We get asked all the time of how KFM started.
Yeah.
What does KFM stand for? Why now?
Yeah.
Well, KFM started before all of us was even born. It actually started in my mother's womb. Here it is. She was pregnant. It was very tough for her. And she attended a revival. And at the revival, there was this woman from Canada that came to sing. And my mom was in awe of her voice.
Yeah, she was.
Said that the minute she sang, the glory of God was so heavy and thick in the room. So she did a prayer. She did a prayer of her womb, and she said, God, if you give me my daughter, basically I'll give her back to you. And she had one request, and her request was that my voice would be used as a vessel of his glory all over the world.
Yeah.
Wow.
And from there,
There it is.
there it is.
It started.
I started singing when I was 7 with my sisters.
Yeah.
And from there, it progressed to leading choirs, children's church, youth choirs. And then I started leading huge services in the church I attended. And what broke off that was I got invited from one of our sister churches. And that was the first outside invite ever.
Yeah.
And from there, it's just been invite on top of invite on top of
Come on.
invite.
Come on.
Come on.
And what excites me about that is because I didn't pump myself.
No.
I didn't say I'm the singer or anything or any of that. It was all about God's glory.
Yes.
And what I realize is that when God gives you something, He creates the platform
Come
for
on.
you.
Yes.
So when you have a vision or God has give you a vision, it's not for you to do it by yourself.
No.
He always gives provision, but also sends you a crew. So I am very thankful of the two people that deal with this and actually bring it to pass. So Westmead, how did I drag you into carrying this heavy weight?
So how I got pulled into KFM, it was summer of last year, 2018, the beginning of summer, and I got a call from my sister, and she stated to me that she had a vision and dream, and she wants me to join without telling me what she wanted me to join. Of course, naturally, I just say yes. My sister always has dreams and visions. And the summer passed, and she gives me a call back in September, and she says to me, do you remember that phone call where we planned that you were going to say yes? Mine say, I don't know what I'm saying yes to. And then she says that she wants me to be her soprano singer of her group, of a ministry. It wasn't even a group. She just said she wanted to release original music. And she's just pulling together a group of people. And it was in September 2018. She pulled a bunch of singers together and Justin. And she personally invited us to join her so we can go ahead and sing our original music. And so that's how I got pulled into it, and that's how I was called to KFM.
Okay. Justin, do you want to tell us how this happened?
Well, it all started with a diss. And we won't get into that at this moment, but she knows what I'm talking about.
Well,
And eventually, our working relationship grew to a point where she asked me to be her MD and drummer, and that is the role that I currently serve in. And now I also produce the music, and I'm just so grateful that I have the opportunity to work and create music with my sisters.
Yeah.
So I shared with Westmead and Justin a dream I had when I was a teenager. I saw 3 tall buildings, literally smack in the middle of Boston, and there was letters on it that said KWJ. At the time, I didn't know what it stood for or what it meant. So I just told my mom. She wrote it down. She prayed on it. And now I'm seeing on my executive team is us, Ketia, Westmean, and Justin. So it is highly important when the Lord gives you a vision to surround yourself with sound people who can help you carry and birth this vision.
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
A very significant, huge moment.
Yes.
Huge moment for KFM
Yes.
was October 27th.
Yes.
That was a good day.
It was a very good day.
It was a blessed day.
Very blessed day. A little back story on that. KFM stood for Ketia Faustin's Ministries.
Yes.
And that didn't sit well with me. I think I complained a lot to y'all about it.
You did.
You one of the things I love about Ketia and this ministry is that we're not in it for self gratification or self glory. It's all about pushing the message of Jesus and the gospel to the world, which is amazing. So, which is one of the reasons why Ketia had an issue with Ketia Faustin Ministry.
And pretty much October 27th at what time?
7:15.
Hey.
7:15. That is when KFM was birthed. But it was birthed without a name. It was just
Initials.
KFM. We didn't know what it stands for, and we all just went along with Ketia Faustin Ministry. And that was the day we released 5 original songs.
Yes.
4 of them were Ketia had created from years ago and kept on her phone, and one of them means me and you on a Sunday afternoon, the day we all got invited. We're all sitting together.
Just on his little keys.
Just on his little keys.
I do what I can, all right?
And we were just like, Ketia said, I feel like creating a song. And I said, me too. So then we started humming. I started humming, and then I said, I feel like the song should say yesterday. And that's all I said. And then Ketia just broke out into the single chorus that is, that everybody knows, Still the Same.
Yeah.
And we developed that. And literally that Sunday, we wrote Still the Same. My sister and Justin sitting on his little keyboard. Three of us wrote the song Still the Same. So that's just a testimony that when you have the right people in your corner, anything could happen.
Yeah.
God's glory was with us. His Holy Spirit, He whispered words and the melody into it. He downloaded the music into each and every single one of us. And we put it together. And fast forward, October 27th at 7:15, we sung the 5 songs. And it was a glorious day.
Yeah.
And that was when all 3 of us realized this is what we're called to do.
Yeah.
We want to do this full time. We want to not be a celebrity, a star. We want to do ministry full time.
Yeah.
That's where it came in.
Where did the name Called From More come from? We were invited to go sing outside of the state. And on our way there, we're joking, we're laughing, and you know, some of the members were like, hey, you know, October 27, rah, rah, rah. We were X, Y, and Z, or we were this, we were that, and just throwing out names. And then it was, we were called for this. And we're like, and Called for More came about.
Yes.
That was just an amazing thing. It brought us back to all of us with our individual gifts and our individual talents.
Yes.
And saying that no matter what the Lord has implanted inside of you, you bring it out with His help, but you do more.
Yeah.
Yes.
You do more with what it is. You don't keep it to yourself. It's to be put out all over.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was very emotional. It was a beautiful thing to see God just bring all of this all together.
Yeah.
Why now? Because God said so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Come on.
That's why
Now.
now. Because we went through the tests.
Yeah.
We honed our gifts individually. We gave God a complete yes.
Yeah.
And God said, now is the time.
Yeah.
And He has been really giving us the strength to just really do this.
And the provision.
And the provision, yes.
Such a time as this.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. We stress ourselves out.
Oh, I stress out. I stress out.
But God's yoke is so light
Yep.
and so easy.
Yeah.
So there it is. This is Called for More.
Yeah, KFM.